morning. It's Friday, June 13th. Thank you so much for joining us on this edition of Wex Wake Up. I'm Natasha Sweet. Israel launched a strike against Iran on Thursday, despite President Trump's warning against such action earlier in the day.
There's a chance of massive conflict. We have a lot of American people in this area, and I said, we got to tell them to get out because something could happen soon.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the strike hit an Iran nuclear facility. In a statement, Secretary of State Marco Rubio said Israel took unilateral action against Iran. We are not involved in strikes against Iran, and our top priority is protecting American forces in the region. He went on to say Israel advised us that they believe this action was necessary for its self-defense. According to an IDF spokesperson, Iran counterattacked, launching more than 100 drones. President Trump said he was reportedly aware of Israeli strikes on Iran in advance, but the U.S. was not involved militarily. Trump feared a strike would compromise a potential nuclear deal. The president still hopes for a diplomatic resolution. The Trump administration has sent termination notices to over 500,000 migrants enrolled in a Biden-era parole program.
They get rid of some of the people because, you go into a farm and you look and people they've been there for 20, 25 years and they've worked great and the owner of the farm loves them and everything else, and then you're supposed to throw them out, and you know what happens? They end up hiring the people, the criminals that have come in, the murderers from prisons and everything else. So we're going to have an order on that pretty soon, I think. We can't do that to our farmers.
The Department of Homeland Security confirmed work authorizations and paroles were revoked immediately. The program affected migrants from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. The move comes after Trump signed an executive order terminating the program on his first day back in office. It's an order that was initially blocked by the courts. The Supreme Court eventually allowed the president's efforts to expedite deportation proceedings for program enrollees. The Pentagon has plans for potentially taking Greenland and Panama by force, according to Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth.
But the Defense Department is to have plans for any particular contingency.
Including the contingency of basically
any
invading
contingency
Denmark.
You need, we've got it. We've got a building full of planners, and we're prepared to give recommendations whenever needed.
Hegseth told lawmakers that the Department of Defense has plans for any contingency when pressed on whether plans exist to take the countries by force. President Trump has highlighted the strategic importance of both Greenland and Panama. The administration has also warned about China's growing influence on the Panama Canal. Hegseth recently visited Panama to discuss China's influence. He announced a new agreement giving the U.S. the right to go first and free through the canal.
China did not build this canal. China does not operate this canal. And China will not weaponize this canal.
The U.S. has maintained a military presence in Greenland for decades. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this Friday morning. For more stories, be sure to head on over to our website and give us a follow on social media so you can stay in the know and all that's trending in politics. Have a wonderful weekend.